This is a review for the Bissell ProHeat 2X Revolution Pet Pro Plus. This cleaner's sealed suction at the base was measured at 62 inches of water lift. It was also measured at 62 inches at the hose. Both of these readings are below average compared to all of the other carpet cleaners we've tested. This model's unsealed suction at the nozzle was measured at 0.73 kPa. This is also a below average result. The ProHeat 2X Revolution uses two large brush rolls to agitate and wash carpet. Its cleaning path was measured to be 10 inches wide. For our upright stain test, I made sure to set the cleaner to maximum suction. On this model, it's called Max Clean Mode. I'm pulling the trigger at the cleaner's handle to dispense soap and water on the first forward push, and I'm releasing it to maximize suction for the backward pull. We're now starting to see some real progress on the stains, though the cleaner's dirty water tank is already filling up, so I paused to empty it and refill the soap and water tank after 2 back and forth passes. Continuing on with the test, we see excellent progress on the chocolate ice cream stain. We're going to call the central part of this stain completely clean after 5 back and forth passes. At the same time, we can see the peanut butter stains mostly clean toward the center of the cleaning path, but we can still see some unclean streaks toward the outer edges of the cleaning path. Light staining remains throughout the whole tomato sauce stain. I keep pushing the cleaner back and forth a few more times and end the test after 10 back and forth passes. At this point, it's hard to see, but there are still some light peanut butter streaks remaining. There's also some light tomato sauce staining left over. The leftover tomato sauce stain is a fairly average result. Most other carpet cleaners we tested also couldn't completely clean the stain. The peanut butter result is worse than average. Many models we've tested could completely clean this stain, and the chocolate ice cream result is actually slightly better than average. The bottom lane has 2 very easy to clean stains, the grape juice stain on the far left and the urine stain on the far right. And sure enough, the ProHeat 2X Revolution cleans both of these stains in about 2 back and forth passes. Both syrup stains take a bit more work. The caramel syrup stain is almost clean after 3 passes. There's only some very light staining left over after 4 passes. And we're going to call the central part of this stain completely clean after 5 back and forth passes. The chocolate syrup stain still remains, though there's only some very light staining left over after 6 passes. It's a tough call between 7 and 8, but we're going to only call the stain mostly clean after 8 back and forth passes. Adding up the total passes to clean and additional points for different levels of staining left over after 10 passes, the ProHeat 2X Revolution is right in the middle of the pack in terms of a total score for this test. We also tested this model's CleanShot feature. To activate CleanShot, you press this big green button at the back of the cleaner. The cleaner sprays continuously from the front until you press the button again. Here you can see me spraying unclean sections of top and bottom lane stains. Now, I'm spraying here with the exact same soap and water mix the machine automatically sprays past the brush rolls when you clean regularly. Using CleanShot just allows you to soak the stains a bit with soap and water before you clean them regularly. Notice how a good chunk of the juice stain disappears just from contact with the soap. From here on out, I'm following standard cleaning procedure, pulling the trigger to dispense soap and water on the forward pass and releasing the trigger to maximize suction on the backward pull. Because the cleaner is hitting the peanut butter stain head on here through the center of its cleaning path, it is able to fully clean the peanut butter stain this time, though it still can't completely clean the tomato sauce stain. It cleans most other stains in 1 less pass than it took during initial testing without CleanShot. But initial testing didn't require pre-spraying the stains. So overall, we weren't really impressed by the CleanShot feature. At least for this type of staining, it's really not worth taking the time to pre-spray with CleanShot. You're better off just cleaning regularly, pushing and pulling the cleaner back and forth over the stain from the start. Now, after our initial testing, the initial 10 passes in the bottom lane, we also measured the moisture level of the carpet. And this is the slightly above average result for the ProHeat 2X Revolution. I then ran the cleaner over the same area of carpet for 3 back and forth passes without pulling the trigger for forward passes, so that it was only drying the carpet. After these 3 passes, we measured for moisture level again, and this time we got a fairly average result. That is, an average result compared to other carpet cleaners, also after 3 additional dry passes. The takeaway here is that the ProHeat 2X Revolution does get carpet slightly wetter than average when cleaning, but it can dry up the carpet to an average level of dryness with additional dry passes. It's likely this model gets carpet slightly wetter than average during cleaning because it puts out a lot of water when it cleans. We measured the volume of water and soap we poured into its clean water tank before our stain test, and then measured the volume remaining after the first 2 passes in the test, so we could calculate this model's soap and water use per square foot of coverage. And this number is higher than average for the ProHeat 2X Revolution. We can, in turn, use this data and the total volume of the clean tank to calculate the cleaner's total area of coverage per clean tank. And based on how quickly the dirty water tank filled up during testing, we can also estimate total area of coverage per dirty tank. As you can see, this model's area of coverage per clean tank is below average, and that is despite it having a fairly large tank because it uses so much water as it cleans. This model's area of coverage per dirty tank is also fairly low, mostly because it doesn't have a large capacity. It's big, but as you can see here, the max fill line is low in the tank, and suction gets cut off once water rises above this line. The bottom line is that the ProHeat 2X Revolution has a more limited area of coverage than most competitor models before you need to refill its clean tank or empty its dirty water tank. In other words, it requires more maintenance during cleaning than most competitor models. When it comes to maintenance after cleaning, we really like how easily the ProHeat 2X Revolution's nozzle can be removed, and how it gives you good access to wipe down between and around the 2 brush rolls. We also really like this model's dirty water tank design. You can pull up this top rubber flap to quickly empty the tank, and you can remove this bottom cap and the whole float assembly to thoroughly clean the inside of the tank. Lastly, we also tested the ProHeat 2X Revolution's performance as a spot cleaner. The model we bought for review includes an 8-foot long hose and 2 spot cleaning tools, a 3-inch tough stain tool, and a 2-in-1 pet upholstery tool. In our spot cleaning test, I start the test spraying the tomato sauce stain with a standard mix of water and soap. I then brush the stain for a set amount of time and angle the tool forward to apply maximum suction to the stain for 3 back and forth passes. This comprises 1 cleaning cycle. I repeat this cycle of spraying, brushing, and extracting for 5 total cycles. This is the end of the 2nd cleaning cycle, and we're now jumping ahead to the end of the 5th cleaning cycle. Note there's still some light tomato sauce staining left over after 5 cleaning cycles. Moving on to the peanut butter stain, this is me completing the 1st cleaning cycle, and we jump ahead again to show me finishing up the 5th cleaning cycle. It's hard to see, but there is still some very light staining left over after 5 cycles. Last is the chocolate ice cream stain. Here's the completion of the 1st cycle, and this is me finishing up the 5th cleaning cycle. Again, there's some light staining left over after 5 cycles. Overall, the ProHeat 2X Revolution offers right around average spot cleaning performance. Summarizing what we like and dislike about this carpet cleaner, we do like its wide cleaning path. The ProHeat 2X Revolution also offers at least average performance cleaning up most types of stains, and it was an above average performer cleaning up the chocolate ice cream stain in our upright stain test. We also like that its nozzle is easy to remove, and that it gives you good access to clean between and behind its 2 brush rolls. We like the design of its dirty water tank, that it's easy to clean once you remove the float assembly. And we like the versatility of this carpet cleaner, that it includes an 8-foot long hose and multiple tools for spot cleaning. On the negative side of things, the ProHeat 2X Revolution has below average tested suction at the hose, and well below average tested suction at the nozzle. It also leaves carpet slightly wetter than competitor models during regular cleaning, unless you make additional dry passes. We also don't like that you have to refill its clean water tank and empty its dirty water tank more frequently than many competitor models. When it comes to general recommendations, we generally do not recommend the Bissell ProHeat 2X Revolution. At a much lower price point, the Hoover Power Scrub Deluxe cleans up most stains just about as well, but uses less water to do so. And so it can clean a much larger area before you need to refill its clean tank or empty its dirty water tank. It also has an even wider measured cleaning path than the ProHeat 2X Revolution, and it leaves carpet drier after cleaning according to our testing. If you have the budget and space for it, the best expensive carpet cleaner we've tested is the Bissell Big Green Machine. It offers exceptional stain cleaning ability, an exceptionally large area of coverage before you need to refill or empty its water tanks, and it leaves carpet the driest of any carpet cleaner we've tested. So we would recommend either the Power Scrub Deluxe as the best mid-range carpet cleaner we've tested, or the Big Green Machine as the best premium carpet cleaner we've tested over the ProHeat 2X Revolution. See the description of this video for links to these recommendations, as well as a link to the latest updated list of all of the carpet cleaners we recommend, and thank you for watching.